नहीं Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. On the behalf of the Comstech and University of Sargodha, I would like to welcome you and would like to say you good morning and Assalamu alaikum at Comstech. We are going to start the program within 2 or 3 minutes. And thank you very much for sparing your precious time, because today's weather is very unexpected and many persons have faced a lot of problem to reach even Comstech within from Rawalpindi and other nearby areas even. The formal proceeding of today's program is started with the recitation of Holy Quran, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الرحمن علم القرآن خلق الإنسان علمه البيان. الشمس والقمر بحسبان والنجم والشجر يسجدان. والسماء رفعها ووضع الميزان ألا تطغوا في الميزان وأقيموا الوزن بالقسط ولا تخسروا الميزان. صدق الله العظيم.
Jazakallah, mashallah. I would request all the participants to stand for the national anthem of Pakistan. And now I will request Professor Dr. Kaisar Abbas Vice Chancellor, University of Sargodha, for welcome remarks. As you know, this event is being jointly organized by comstech and University of Sargodha. University of Sargodha is also a very active part of the comstech Consortium of Excellence. Kaisar Abbas, please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Excellencies, ambassadors, vice chancellors, professors, practitioners, industry professionals, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. On behalf of comstech and University of Sargodha, I welcome you all in the first ever exhibition, citrus exhibition in Islamabad. So thank you so much for coming over and joining this very important event with us in this morning. First, I would like to briefly introduce about the University of Sargodha, where we are and what we are doing. And then second part of my this welcome remarks, I will talk about the particular festival that we are having today. University of Sargodha is a very old institution. It was established back in 1929. Initially, the name of the university, this college was the Montmorency College in 1929. And later on, it was renamed as a government college in 1964. Then, after that, in 2002, it has been reconstituted as the University of Sargodha. So, it's 90-plus-year-old institutions. We are offering education and research in different. There are 8 in the University of Sargodha. Faculty of Engineering, Faculty of Technology and Computer Sciences is one of the biggest faculty, and the Faculty of Agriculture, where we are actually conducting research on citrus, is one of the biggest faculty. Faculty of Social Sciences, Faculty of Medical Sciences. Actually, the uniqueness is that normally in Pakistan, for agriculture and the medical, there are separate universities. But in our University of Sargodha, we have these two unique faculties. Normally in Pakistan, there are separate universities for these two disciplines. But luckily in Sargodha, we have medical faculty and medical programs, and also this Faculty of Agriculture. So this is, I think, one of the uniqueness. As far as the ranking of the university is concerned, we are doing pretty well, and we are #1 in Punjab as far as the teaching is concerned. This is ranking done by an international QS ranking agencies. And in Pakistan, we're #2. And research, we are doing pretty well. We are producing almost 1,500 research publications in one particular years. And we are ranked in Asia among top 400 universities in Asia and among 1,000 universities in the world. So this is just a brief history of our university. Some of excellencies, the ambassadors have visited our university, and you're all welcome. In future, if you would like to visit Sargodha and our university, you're more than welcome. Now I come to this exhibition. This is a novel idea, I think. Normally we have these exhibition, citrus exhibition every year in Sargodha, but this time we thought that we should have a partner, comstech, which is intergovernmental organizations, and we should be having it in Islamabad, where we can find a lot of diplomats who will be interested in citrus and citrus related products. So I think that is one of the main purpose to come to Islamabad and to actually showcase our products here in Islamabad to different excellencies. Just I would like to share some of the figures with you. Total area which is actually covered in Pakistan is 152,000 hectares in Pakistan, all over Pakistan, for the citrus production. Total citrus production was 2,321,000 tons in 21-22 years. So this is the total production in Pakistan for this product. Fresh quinoa export, actually, which was last year about 0.2 million tons, was export of citrus to different parts of the world. Punjab, overall, if you look at the production of citrus in Pakistan, Punjab is producing 95% of the citrus, overall citrus from Pakistan. And out of this 95%, 75% is being produced in Sargodha only. Sargodha is actually called California of Pakistan as far as the citrus production is concerned. So 75% overall production of Punjab is being produced in Sargodha. In today's expo, we are actually exhibiting, so you will be looking at those these products. 45 different varieties of citrus will be displayed in today's exhibition. So inshallah, after this meeting, we'll be having a visit of this exhibition. We are promoting research culture also. We have established Citrus Research Center at our university and the Faculty of Agriculture with the support of Export Development Fund, Federal Government of Pakistan. So which actually what we are doing that, I have given tasks to my faculty that we should come up with the new varieties. So after 1 year, next year, when we'll be meeting in this exhibition, inshallah, we'll showcase you different varieties, more contribution of our researcher toward the production of citrus, and also how we can strengthen the existing production of citrus in Sargodha and particularly in Pakistan as well. We also have citrus nursery in Sargodha. So if you are interested in that, so more than 500,000 plants are there in our citrus nursery, and we can help you if it is required. So in future, what actually I'm planning in the University of Sargodha, you know, Sargodha is actually agriculture-based area. So, and we have a very strong agriculture faculty. So, and I'm planning to set up a special economic zone, agro-based economic zone. The process has already been started. We have got the approval from, we are in the process of getting approval from different bodies. And then, of course, we'll have different parties who are interested to set up that processing zone. I think that is the need of a time if we want to go for the value-added products. Exporting citrus is good, but if we have value addition products, if we can produce citrus-related products, that would be, I think, great contribution for the Sargodha region and for the Punjab and for overall Pakistan as well. So this is just a brief intro of the 2 days exhibition and the purpose. So once again, thank you so much for coming. It's cold weather. It's very cold. I can see in Islamabad, but it's nice because the winter duration is very short in Pakistan. So thank you so much for coming over and looking forward to your support and collaboration in the coming years. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kaisar Saab, for all the way bringing Sargodha to Islamabad, because you know a lot of delegation which is comprising of the growers, faculty, and the experts, and the, you can say, experts from the academia, expert from the industry. They have all the way traveled from Sargodha to part of this citrus festival. Thank you very much for all the way making it possible. I would like to acknowledge the valuable presence of ambassadors and senior diplomats from Kyrgyzstan, Yemen, Mauritius, Palestine, Northern Cyprus, Kenya, Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, Iran, Egypt, and Sudan. Thank you very much, sir, for your valuable presence. I would also like to acknowledge the presence of Professor Dr. Muhammad Ali, Vice Chancellor, Bahauddin Zikra University, Multan, who also all the way traveled from Multan to be part of this 2 days inaugural session. Now I would request Dr. Irfanullah Saab, who is expert on citrus, to deliver a talk about the importance of citrus. Dr. Irfanullah Saab.
Hello, everybody, and a very happy good morning, foggy and cold. Today, I will be talking about this magic fruit, the citrus. I will not get you bored. There is no, scientific data, but I will go through a pictorial. Majority of the slides are pictorial so that you can easily understand what is happening with this fruit. What is the status of this fruit, and how can we cope the challenges? So I will be going through the nutritional importance of the citrus, navigating through the challenges. As Chancellor told you that among all the fruits, citrus is the leading fruit that shares the 30% of the total fruit share in Pakistan. And the leading province that he already told you is the Punjab, and the leading city, you can see on the map that a small city, but that shares more than 70% of the total citrus. The citrus, when I'm talking about the citrus, in mind that I'm talking about a particular cultivar, which is the major product of our city. That is basically native to Southeast Asia, and the trademark of the sargoda. This is not only a fruit, that is a source of livelihood for several people, including the retailers, stakeholders, and the source of foreign exchange. This is the thing that is nutritional value. It is called a magic. What it is highly cherished for the consumers. It has attractive color. You can see the color, highly nutritious, easy to peel, high juice content, source of vitamin C, and the beneficial for all age groups, from kids to older ones. This is highly beneficial, highly flavored and aromatic. You can see the nutritional composition of that is rich in vitamin C and other components that are very useful for the health. These are the commercial varieties which are available in the market, and the first one is the leading citrus reticulata. We also have the Musami sweet oranges. We have lemon, and we have rough lemon, which is the rootstock commercially available. This is the data that Vice Chancellor already presented to, but keep in mind, you can see a declining trend. If you compare the 2017-18 to 2021-22, there is a slight decrease in the cultivated area. Same is the trend in the production. In particular, the previous year, our production was, you can say, significantly declined. Punjab, again, is the leading province for the quinoa production. If we compare the value and the export, the trend is the same. For the year 21-22, we have the low production, low exports. But for the previous year, we have good produce and good export. So actually, what exporters actually need? Retailers, stakeholders, exporter, industrialists, they need fruit quality, fruit size, color, firmness, sweetness, and blemish-free. These are the major reasons of the citrus decline. The environmental factors, the climate change is the major factor. The other major factor is the monoculture. I will tell you in detail what is the monoculture. Low quality planting material, the nursery material that we have, the nursery plants, disease and pest, another major problem. Surface blemishes, that is the major hindrance in our exports. You will see the pictures of the blemishes. Fruit size is also very important. Several countries, they have a choice of different sizes. So fruit size is a problem. Physical injury, wind, and some other injuries which also deteriorate the quality, poor orchard management, and comparative economics, and low investment in the R&D. You can look at the picture, the different types of the blemishes. This type of the fruit is not acceptable for the export or even in the local market. Pakistan is at the most risk of the climate change. You can see we are in the red zone. So we are being affected with the climate change. You can see a slight effect of the temperature for the year 22. Unexpected high temperature, they started the flowering early. So that means with the increase of the temperature, the citrus started flowering early. That is a problem. These are some insect pests which can reduce our citrus production. Citrusilla. These are not only insects; they are also associated with several diseases. Citrusilla, they transmit the disease citrus greening. Fruit fly is another barrier for our exports. Citrus canker is another disease that is very alarming for our exports. Thrips. You can see the thrips, this insect attacks at the flowering stage when the bud is start to initiate. And at that stage, they feed, and with the growing of the fruit, the circle enlarges, which is unfit for our exports. This is the citrus canker. This insect is responsible for transmitting that bacterium to the fruit, and fruit is unacceptable for the citrus. Citrus greening, another, the fruit is remain greenish, they don't have the color, and bipolar, so that is again unacceptable for the exports. These are the several types of the blemishes that the fruit have. You can see there is no smooth surface, there are lines, branches on the fruit skin. Citrus creasing, another problem. You can see the first one is the normal fruit, and the rest of the three are the fruit with the creasing, which is unacceptable for the exports. So pruning, again, this is another factor that we should keep in mind while the orchard management. Pruning is very important. The dried, the diseased, the infected plant should be removed from the orchard. Canopy management is another important factor. If we don't manage the citrus canopies, they will mix together and they transmit the problem from one plant to another plant. You can see another example of no canopy management. And the result is, if we don't manage the canopies of the plants, the result is the fruit. You can look at the fruit. This is the canopy management. If you properly manage the orchards, we have the good produce and quality produce. And these are the pruning tools that we should use. Majority of the growers use, but there are some still people who use this type of the weapon for the pruning purpose, which is unacceptable. Intercropping is another factor in the orchard. People, because the farmers have to make the livelihood for their families, so they intercrop other crops, which compete for the fertilizer, for the irrigational water and some other nutrients. So citrus plant is affected with those interplant. Poor drainage system during the season of rain, monsoon, or extra water, the drainage system is not appropriate. Infected disease plants should be uprooted from the orchard. Deterioration of the fruit. There is no proper management system in the orchard. If the harvesting season is on and the fruit is put like this on the ground, we need this type of the quality, fruit. And how we can have those quality fruits? There are several factors. We have to take care of the nursery. Nursery plants are very important for the quality fruits. We have to perform cultural practices. We have to apply insecticides or insect pest management on the regular intervals. Harvesting, post-harvest, and marketing. This is the certified disease-free nursery. We have to take care of the micronutrients also zinc deficiency, boron deficiency, because those are very critical in the fruit setting and setting of the fruit quality. Irrigation and nutrition on the scheduled intervals. You can see this is the over-irrigation, result of the over-irrigation if you apply extra irrigation to the plants. So proper irrigation, management system, eradication of the weeds, we can easily achieve the quality fruit. What are the challenges? Land availability. People are moving towards other crops. They are leaving the citrus cultivation. This is an alarming factor. Loss of the land to the urbanization. You can see people are moving towards they are preparing the housing societies and uprooting the citrus plants. Input availability is another factor in Pakistan. Availability of the fertilizers, insecticides, if they are available, those are very expensive. Water use, we have the scarcity of the water. So this is, I think, this is the major problem of the decline of the quinoa, because we have only the Kinu variety. More than, I can say, safely say in Sargodha, more than 90% of the area have only this single variety. If some disaster or some problem or some virus or bacteria will appear, that will demolish whole crop. Tree age is another factor in Pakistan. 15 to 20 years are considered for the, on an average for the fruit production, quality fruit production. And from 8 to 9 years, the tree starts fruiting. But in you can see in Australia, the citrus plant produce quality fruit from the 6th year. And in China, even from the 3rd year, they have the quality fruits. This is the traditional conventional citrus nursery, which is the source of viruses, bacteria, and nursery. Now it's the trend of the density plantation. Rather than going through the 100 plants in an acre, we can go through the 400 plants in an acre if we properly manage those orchards. We have to manage our irrigation system rather than going through the flooding system. We can make the furrows and conserve the water. Yearly, we can do what we can do. We can have the soil and leaf sampling to have the nutritional profile of the crop. We can remove the water sprouts, shoots, extra water sprouts. We can apply the farmyard manure and other fertilizer on regular intervals. Bordeaux paste to avoid certain disease, insecticide, fungicide. These are the things we can apply regularly rather than if we wait for the problem. Regular weed eradication, as you know, weeds compete for the nutritional contents, for fertilizer, for irrigation, for all things. Fruit fly traps, this is another major factor for our export, fruit fly. So we can install the fruit fly traps. Tree stacking is also important. This is the flow chart of the export. You can see the grower can directly export, or grower can contact the exporter, and there are several procedures, and then the exporter export the market. Otherwise, there is a middleman. If that produce have to go through the local market, the middleman will buy from the farmer or grower, and they sell in the local market. Three types of the grading system usually prevails. A grade is always exported, but B and C grade, those are sold in the local market. This is the flow chart how the exporter, the processing unit works. The produce is brought to the factory, and they have certain lab tests. After that, unloading, and then it is being sorted to the different grades. Then it's the washing with the fungicide. Then it's being dried. After that, they apply wax and then re-dry. And then again, sorting to the different sizes, grading, packing, and then put to the cold storage at 4 degrees Celsius. And then it is shipped to the container. This is the packing material. You can see the box for the export. You can see different numbers on the boxes, 26, 36. This is the number of the fruits in one box. That depends upon the size of the fruit. These are some of the exporting countries. Where the Pakistan exports the citrus. This is the box for the local market, the wooden boxes. This is these are some of the poor reasons for the poor supply chain: improper harvesting, unhygienic handling, substandard stacking, improper loading and transportation, and poor storage facility. These are some flow chart for the export. How long it takes to the different Russia? It takes around 25 to 35 days from Pakistan to Russia, Iran, Indonesia. So these are some of the problems that I highlighted in red for the citrus processing industries, because those are very important component of the citrus supply chain, the processing processors. So the alternate bearing of the fruit, the citrus have a unique thing that in 1 year there is a lot of flowering, a lot of fruit, but in the following year the trend is opposite. So this is one of the barrier for the processors. Poor management in the field is another problem. Longest growing period. Citrus has the longest, it's a year crop, but it has the shortest harvesting period. It starts by the second week of the November and complete its harvesting and processing by the third week of the March. So shortest harvesting period. Inadequate research and developmental facilities, especially internationally accredited labs. So in our university, our Vice Chancellor have mentioned that we have the Center of Excellence for Citrus, where we would be providing these certifications to the exporters rather than they are going through to Karachi or some other cities for those tests. The exporters want the capacity building. Those are the good businessmen, but they still need the capacity building, soft skills, and they also need a software development at the government level. For a single container, there are around 40 to 50 documents that an exporter needs. So if there's some software exists, they can easily have those documents for the export purpose. These are some of the recommendations: well-established certified citrus nursery, plant tissue culture laboratories, foundation block for the insect disease, free germ plants, those are very important, rootstock block, media sterilization, and greenhouses. So declaration of Sargodha as a citrus zone, as the Vice Chancellor mentioned, that is going to establish a citrus zone. This is very important for the citrus in Sargodha region. Declaration. And that declaration must include the availability of the canal water, so that the farmers and the citrus growers can apply their fertilizers, farmyard manure, and other things well in time with the availability of that water. Pure fertilizers and at subsidized rates, that should be a part of that declaration, and availability of agrochemicals. Dry port is already in Sargodha, but that is not still operational. So that dry port should be operational as soon as, so that the citrus may directly be shipped through that dry port. Citrus market. There should be a dedicated citrus market in Sargodha. There is no citrus market, independent citrus market in Sargodha. Establishment of the expo center is another good recommendation. If we have an expo center in Sargodha, that would be great asset. Sport price has been announced by the government, but the implementation is very poor. So the sport price should be announced well in time and implemented. And there should be a consortium. Consortium of what? Academia, research, exporters, processors. They should all sit together. They should share their problems, and so that a unanimous solution should be devised. So these are the some quick overview of this magic fruit. I hope that you people will now enjoy the expo. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I'm also pleased to share that this is the first ever citrus fest where 45 varieties of citrus have been showcased. So this is the earlier this expo, such variety was not available. So this is the first ever expo where we are going to showcase 45 varieties of the citrus. Thank you very much, Dr. Saab, that you made it possible for all the ambassadors and the, you can say, different diplomats and the personalities from different, that they without going to Sargodha, they can visit all these varieties in Islamabad. Thank you very much. Now I would request Professor Dr. Muhammad Iqbal Chur Saab, His Excellency Coordinator General Comstech, who wanted to join us physically, but due to the flight schedule, it was not possible for Dr. Saab to join us physically, but he has joined us through online. Over to Professor Dr. Iqbal Chur Saab.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Excellencies, dear brothers and sisters from various embassies and missions of OIC member states and others. My dear brother, Professor Dr. Qaisar Abbas, the Vice Chancellor of University of Sargodha, Professor Dr. Muhammad Ali Shah, Dr. Saab came all the way from Bhutan. My dear colleagues from comstech, particularly Dr. Murtaza Noor. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You see, I've been trying to travel to Islamabad since I came from Saudi Arabia day before yesterday. But unfortunately, the weather didn't really allow. You probably know that almost 90% of the flights for Islamabad are not operational. But I remember Murtaza told me that this particular fog weather is good for citrus growth. So this gave me a lot of comfort. And I believe that this year, as our expert mentioned, would have a better yield because we had unusually larger span of fog. Comstech is extremely pleased to have its partnership with Professor Dr. Qaisar Abbas, the Vice Chancellor of University of Sargodha, which is part of Comstech Consortium of Excellence. And this is an absolutely wonderful institution who's so generous that we have many scholars from different countries currently placed in University of Sargodha. I've been also told that Professor Qaisar Abbas has built a special dormitory, a guest house for the OIC young scholars. So this is the kind of commitment and generosity which this university shows. This particular festival is certainly a festival of not only a food, but also a region. As has been mentioned, that Sargodha is called California of Pakistan. I don't really want to narrate it to California. I would say that California is Sargodha of USA because we produce much better varieties of citrus than any other country. Largely, the reason is that this is primarily a South Asian fruit, which has been climatized and taken to other countries. And this particular fruit has a tremendous importance in both health and economy. Health, you know that it is extremely nutritious fruit. Its juice is being used. Our expert has mentioned about various kinds of health benefits. But most importantly, the unexplored medicinal uses of this plant is certainly something on which we need to work. The peel of the fruit is known to contain lots of antioxidant, and it has been mentioned that the best of face masks are made from this. Apart from that, it is very well known for its anti-inflammatory activities, antioxidant activities, anti-diabetic activities. It contains a particular class of compound which is called furanocoumarine. And being a scientist who works on phytochemicals, I know that this is a very precious one. So University of Sargodha's intention to develop a center for excellence which will work on science of citrus is certainly an extremely important one because the only way forward is to add value. You know, instead of exporting fruits alone, we can do lots of other things with this particular a very important fruit crop, which we export about to the magnitude of 2 billion USD. This is equivalent to our entire IT export or something like this. So you can imagine that one single fruit is earning about 2 billion USD for our country. In the entire Muslim countries, the statistics say that about 29 billion USD is earned through the export of citrus, various kinds of citrus, and more prominently from the Mediterranean region. Turkey is an important exporter. Then we have from Syria, Jordan, Lebanon, and other countries around the Mediterranean region, which also the major export areas of Africa is an untapped source because there's a tremendous varieties of tropical Africa, of citrus which exist in tropical Africa. So there is a global trade of close to 200 billion USD of this particular fruit, and you can imagine that it has a very important role in many countries' economy, and that is apparent from the fact that there are various economies which are actually based on export of citrus. I would also like to mention that Comstech is directly contributing in bringing these wonderful products uh, to value addition by the judicious application of science and technology. We will be pleased to know that our agriculture university, Arid Agriculture University, Rawalpindi, has recently helped Islamic Development through Islamic Development Bank, which was arranged through Comstech, the Raw Material Research and Development Council of Nigeria for the citrus processing unit, a value addition of citrus, and that we consider as an important contribution of Comstech, that the tremendous varieties of citrus which exist in Nigeria will now be hopefully processed into value-added product. In broad field of agriculture, I'm sure that there are various vice chancellors and experts present among the audience. Comstech has a massive program. You know, we have been working in precision agriculture. We have been working in climate resilient agriculture. We're working on the establishment of gene banks and many others. And let me just state you 4 of these programs. One was actually held in Niger, Niamey, in which we have invited about 7 countries. My colleague Haris is there. And the objective was to actually adopt new technologies which are affordable and adoptable for security purposes in the sector of agriculture, and that has led to joint collaboration between Islamic Organization of Food Security, Astana, Kazakhstan, ISISCO, Morocco, Rabat, and that culminated into a fellowship scheme. We are in the process of organizing a major event in Songha Institute in Benin, where we expect to have many representatives from Sahel region, and that is going to be sustainable agriculture practices. With Islamic Organization of Food Security based in Kazakhstan, Astana, we have a major program for the establishment of Gene Bank. Professor Dr. Khurshid has been working with them closely, and through this program, we were able to develop capacity in various countries in the establishment of Gene Bank, which is an extremely important component of sustainable agriculture. We also have agreed that with IFS, Islamic Organization for Security, will resume our fellowship schemes, where the young scholars will be sent to different countries, including Kazakhstan and Pakistan, to learn the modern method and technologies and to do research in the field of agriculture practices and agriculture technologies. We are organizing every year Comstech IFS ICYF, which is based in Turkey, Islamic Association of Young Scientists, which is primarily responsible of Biotechnology Forum, and this is called the Youth Festival of Biotechnology. And the last one was held in Astana, and we're planning to hold this in Egypt this year. Ladies and gentlemen, Comstech's primary role is to link science with the production sector, and for that to develop science. And that we have been able to do successfully. I can tell you that in recent ECMOI meeting, annual coordination meeting of OIC institution in Jeddah, Comstech was right at the forefront. And the largest number of programs approved by ECMOI, and over 70% of the implementation of last year has been reflected, recognized by not only OIC General Secretariat, but the larger OIC community. I will let you know that a few programs have been magnified. So from Palestinian Fellowship from 500, I've been informed that the Comstech Consortium of Excellence Universities are now willing to give 5,000 fellowships to Palestinian brothers and sisters. Now, how do we implement that? That is a challenge which we have to work together with the Embassy of Palestine in Islamabad. And of course, my colleagues are actually working closely with them. Fazima and Dr. Murtaza Noor are closely working with them. As the Africa program, where Dr. Abdul Halim Naskha and Dr. Abdul Rashid is involved, are actually culminated into not only on-ground the capacity building of doctors in the field of histopathology in Somalia and Mogadishu, training of doctors, ophthalmologists in Niger, Uganda, and Chad, but also recently 18 of these doctors, and altogether going to be 200 eye surgeons who would be trained in Pakistan. And this is the best gift which Pakistan and our institution can give to our brothers and sisters in Africa, to provide them opportunity of learning from the best of doctors, and then they would be able to perform very complex surgeries, retinal others also. Along with this, we have been actively engaged in establishing institutions. As I mentioned, this institution in Nigeria of citrus processing unit, comstech was involved in the establishment of master's program in ICT, Information Communication Technology in Gambia, which is the next host of OIC Summit. We will be launching next month the establishment of halal product testing laboratory at Islamic University of Uganda, and we are in active engagement with YC General Secretariat with many universities of Pakistan, including University of Lahore, for the establishment of Faculty of Science and Faculty of Engineering in N'Djamena, Chad, and that is a flagship program. So comstech, with its meaningful, penetrating, and useful program, is making the difference. I would request your support for that. We've been very fortunate to have that diplomatic community in Islamabad has been patronizing comstech, and that is indeed a great source of strength. My apologies again that I wasn't able to be with you on this very important event, where you would be able to see the best of what Pakistan produces, and of course the opportunities of export as well as value addition will be explored. I'm extremely grateful to my colleagues from Sargodha, particularly the leadership of Professor Dr. Qaisar Abbas, for being here in comstech. Last year we organized Mango Festival, which has resulted a lot of meaningful collaboration. And this year, over 60 varieties of citrus are there for your observation, and certainly to appreciate the taste of this wonderful fruit. Thank you very much, and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you very much, sir. Your patronage and encouragement have always been very instrumental, especially among the OIC countries, and now the comstech is playing its very effective role for bringing all the stakeholders on one platform. Thank you very much, sir, once again, for sparing your precious time. I would also like to acknowledge the support from our media, because you can see a lot of channels are here. Special thanks to all the media persons and our media team, Shabir, Ikram Abbasi Saab, and our program team, Haris and admin staff for making it possible. We are also grateful to Pak Angro for effective collaborating and for making this event possible. You want to say something? Dr. Saab want to present some souvenirs here for diplomats. Gigi, Mohammad Ali Shah Saab and Zadi Saab, please join for the souvenir distribution.
I want to request all the media persons that we have special event for you exhibition outside, and there will be cutting. So I request Excellency the High Commissioner of Mauritius, please receive your special gift from the Professor Dr. Muhammad Ali, the Vice Chancellor of Babaddin Zikriya University, Multan, and Professor Dr. Kassir Saab, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Sargodha. A special souvenir by the University of Sargodha for the Excellency High Commissioner of Mauritius. Your clapping should be there, sir. I would now request from the representative of Embassy of Sudan, please receive your souvenir from the Embassy of Sudan, sir. Excellency Mabada Yasser, the Deputy Head of Mission, Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus, please receive your souvenir from the Professor Dr. Kassir Abbas and Professor Dr. Muhammad Ali Shah, sir. His Excellency always available for the comstech events, His Excellency Ambassador of the Republic of Yemen. Or representative from the Embassy of Islamic Republic of Iran. I also request His Excellency Ambassador of Republic of Azerbaijan. He will receive his souvenir from Professor Dr. Kassir Abbas and Professor Dr. Muhammad Ali Shah साहब. आपकी तालियां जो है वो कम नहीं होनी चाहिए जी. I also request from the representative from the Embassy of Palestine, most close from our heart. I also request from the representatives of High Commission of Kenya. I also request from the representative of Russia, please receive your souvenir. Yes. I also request from the representative of Embassy of Kyrgyzstan, please receive your souvenir. And at the end again, one of the senior ambassadors in Islamabad with beautiful heart, Excellency, again, Ambassador, High Commissioner of Mauritius, sir, please receive your souvenir. You received already, sir. So ladies and gentlemen, now we have one souvenir by Sayyid Aftab Hussain Zaidi. He will receive a souvenir on the behalf of comstech team from the Excellency Professor Dr. Kaisar Abbas. One souvenir for our Murshid, Professor Dr. Muhammad Ali Shah Sahab. He will receive his souvenir from Professor Dr. Kaisar Abbas. At the last, Jawad Kadmi Sahab will receive his souvenir from both Vice Chancellors. Last but not least, or Dr. Muhammad Murtaza Noor, who was leading this festival. He was in Sakkar, but he traveled more than 24 hours. So one souvenir for Dr. Murtaza Noor. So now at the end, there will be a group picture. Then you will see 35 varieties of mangoes, their juices, their cakes. So let's enjoy, please. Citrus, sorry. Mango festival was in summer.